Well, folks, I'm back again. Wanted to come back and do a commentary and reaction on this very underwhelming, well below subpar debate or discussion with this atheist. The topic of this discussion was: Is religion useless? And the exchange didn't last very long, but there was something in there that I was thinking back in hindsight that I wanted to elaborate on a little bit. There might be some things that I may react to that I may elaborate for you or provide some explanation on what's going on at certain points in the discussion. But without further ado, let's get it started. Okay, greetings.
Hello?
Greetings. Okay, so I'm glad you came through at this time to talk about, I believe religion is useless. Is that your
Sound like
position?
barely hear you.
One moment.
Speaker.
Okay, can you hear me at this level?
Yeah, just give me a second. Your speakers are super loud. Say something?
Can you hear me at this level?
That's really loud. Now say something?
Yes.
Alright, one more time.
Can you hear me at this level?
Alright, that's good.
Okay, so this is, I believe you said this was a position on your topic of religion is useless. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because I don't think there's anything a Christian or any other religious person could do that I as an atheist can't do. The only things that could be the case would be single things you have to presuppose God for already.
Okay, so you're saying that there is something that you don't see that what they do that atheists can't do, so why do they have the religion? So what are the
No,
things are you?
that's alright. I didn't say why do that. I just said that there is nothing that a Christian can do that I, as an atheist, can't do, and the only things that would be the case would be things that you already have to presuppose God for. So, like an example would be like atheists can't answer why the universe has a creator, but the only reason you think the universe has a creator is because you're already saying God created the universe.
Well, they you mentioned about things that they could do that atheists could do, or that atheists could do that they could do without the religion. But the people in these religions do certain things because of religion. So that would make the religion not useless.
Could atheists not do those same things?
Same things such as what?
Whatever you're talking about?
No,
No?
no. See, right here and now, we gotta start getting more specific because I believe this person is looking at, he's sizing up religion through his own eyes. So He's looking at the bare minimum of things, maybe the simple things that, well, anybody could do. Like if I could be a good person, religion teaches you to be a good person, right? So I could be a good person, so why I need religion? That's a very shallow perception of a lot of religious faiths. This is where as we go through this exchange, I'm going to explain to him that it's more to it than that. From his perception, he's speaking on the outside looking in, so he's showing off his ignorance. Let's proceed.
Can you give an example?
Well, one thing that somebody in religion does, an atheist wouldn't be doing when that atheist is not in that religion, because that atheist is not in that religion to be doing it.
Can you give an example?
Well, one thing that somebody does in religion is prayer. So an atheist would have to stop being an atheist outside of that religion to be in that religion to do the prayer of that religion.
Do you think if you pray to a religion, you're immediately a part of that religion?
If that's according to the religion, yes.
You believe that?
I don't believe it, I know it. I know that to be a part of whatever religion that you're in, that religion has things that you have to do. And so
So if I
being that you're able
if I said like,
being that you're able to do those things is because you're in a religion that tells you to do it. So the religion itself is not useless because that's why you're doing it because of the religion you're in.
so if I say like Saint Zeus, am I solely part of the Greek pantheon? Like, do I believe in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too much about what you said, but if it's a requirement of that religion, then you're using that
Right.
religion. So being
What
that
happens
you're
if
using
an
that
actor?
religion is not useless.
What happens if an actor says something like "Thank God" in a movie? Are they part of like Christianity?
You said if somebody says they thank God in a movie, are they part of Christianity?
Yeah, they're an actor.
Well, in that context, they might be using like an expression, like what is it called, like a phrase. So that may not necessarily be because they're in a religion.
Yeah, so I agree. You can use expression or phrases.
What I was trying to think of that I couldn't think of at the time was called what is it, figure of speech. But right here, we're going to break down the difference between figure of speech versus a ceremonious, sincere, solemn, religious practice. Now, if you don't know the difference between those two, it really shows how uneducated you really are. Come on.
Like, please God, give me strength. That is a prayer. People use that as an expression.
No, like an expression and prayer are two different things.
I know. I'm saying when atheists do it, it's an expression. When Christians do it, it's a prayer. But you don't have to be a Christian to have the expression.
Well, a Christian doing it is not doing it as an expression, is what I'm saying.
But what's your point? You're both just making the same sound.
It doesn't matter. It's not the same thing. Like that should be clear right there. See, his weak argument is an atheist can make a sound or say a word like a theist can make a sound or make a word. One is making a sound or a word has a different context, a different value to it compared to somebody that's outside that religion. Religions call that vanity. When you do things in vain, when you do things that are of no substance, much like this pretty much exchange is becoming to be, because it didn't really go very far. When you do something in vain or that's vanity, it doesn't have any substance. It doesn't have any sacrament. It doesn't have any, it's not sacred. It's just vain. It's meaningless. It means as much as world interpretation, but it means nothing. You go to any religion and you try to utter some words or whatever, that religion's going to be able to tell you right away what you're doing has no merit in this religion. And they can just tell that you are a charlatan, a phony, a fake, just pretending, because you're just making similar sound. Let's move forward.
I don't know what you mean by that.
One is a vain expression. The other one is actually a religious solemn practice.
Yeah, you, I don't know what to do with that information. Yeah, I'm saying you make the same sounds.
It
You
does
don't
not
need to
matter.
be.
It does not matter. See, if you know anything about religion, if you know anything about uh, with somebody being a Christian, it has nothing to do if the sound is the same. It has to do with the sincerity in that person's belief in their heart that the God that they believe in, because the God they believe in can read their heart. And when they look at an atheist, it's not sincere, it's just an expression out in the world. So they're two different things.
So, are, what's the use here? Because I'm saying that atheists can be sincere. They can make the sounds that require prayer.
Okay, well, that person is not truly an atheist if they're truly praying to a God that they claim that they don't believe in. You can't have it both ways. You actually are a theist or an atheist.
I don't even know. I'm saying you don't need religion to pray, and that you don't need, or whatever you're referring to as praying. When I'm saying pray,
See, he's just repeating himself. He can't even refute or counter what I just said. You either are an atheist or a theist. So if you call yourself an atheist and say, "Well, I can pray like they do," well, then why are you an atheist? You would be a theist at that point. The person is already refuting themselves so many times. They're not really listening to what they're saying. It's like these terms atheism and theism are just interchangeable. No, one is not the other.
you make the sounds. I don't know what you're referring to. The
I
sincerity
just
part, I don't know.
explained it. I guess you didn't get what I just said. I just explained all of
Yeah,
the difference
yeah,
between the two.
yeah.
No, he didn't get it. A religion
Yeah,
is
you
not
said it.
a religion. A religion is not useless because people are in religion to use it to do what they do.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't need the religion to do what religious people do.
Well, what are you doing?
Everything that religious people do.
That's a lie. We're gonna prove that towards the end of this. He's not doing everything that religious people do. That's a lie. We're gonna expose that. So you're saying that you are doing as a Christian, but you're not a Christian, for example.
I mean, a lot of Christians make that argument. A lot of Christians say that atheists have Christian morals, because, I live in.
Look how she's straying away from what I asked him. Are you doing as a Christian, but you're not a real Christian? See, he know the inconsistency is coming. Let's go.
The United States, the U.S. laws are based on the Christian, whatever it's called, the founding fathers were Christian and all that stuff. So, I don't know. That is an argument that some theists make. I'm saying I do things that theists do, and I am not a theist. I'm asking, what can't I do that a theist can do?
You doing things as a theist doesn't really make you a theist. You having some morals that blend with Christianity or whatever, or being a Christian, doesn't really make you that. You're not really a true Christian.
Anything would be a Christian. There is no use to religion. There are
the problem is, how are you doing things that are from a religion and you're not in it? That's an oxymoron. You're either of that religion or you're not.
When you say from a religion,
True Christian.
anything can be a Christian. There is no use to religion. There is no point.
But the problem is, how are you doing things that are from a religion and you're not in it? That's an oxymoron. You're either of that
But
religion or you're not.
when you say from a religion, I don't know. Like, I don't get what you're referring to. When
If
people say
you
they're
are doing
religions,
things of that belong to a religion, and then you say you're not a religion, that's an oxymoron.
it's not an oxymoron because it would be inherently contradictory to. And I don't know what you mean when you say you're part of Christianity. Right?
When
How
you're
many people
doing
refer to
things of
Christianity?
a religion and you're not of that religion, you are an oxymoron.
How? There's nothing inherently contradictory.
When you're doing things of a religion and you're saying you're not of that religion, that's a contradiction. It's like saying, uh, I fly airplanes, but I'm not an airplane pilot, or vice versa. I call myself an airplane pilot, but I don't fly any airplanes. That's what this person is like, taking these words and making them interchangeable, like they don't mean anything, because he's sizing up religion at a almost face value on a surface level. So just doing things as a theist or being a theist, it depends on what those things are. It depends on what those things are that would relate to your theism, if you're truly that. You're
You have to
doing
define
things
what
of
being.
that religion. You are doing things of that religion. So how would you not be
Yeah, but
involved in it if you're doing things of that religion?
you have described what doing things of that religion are. You haven't given like this is how there are Catholics and Protestants and Orthodox Christians, all of these different sects exist.
If I'm saying I'm doing all of these things that a Christian does, prayer, worship, study,
You're
read the
proclaiming to be
scripture,
a Christian.
walk in the
That
statutes,
doesn't
commandments, everything. I say I'm doing all of that, but I can be an atheist. I'm telling a lie. Unless I'm unless I'm unless I'm replacing the definition of atheism for me.
well, I don't know what you define as being a Christian in the first
I
place.
just said it. Did you not hear me?
When you say do the things of a Christian,
I
being a
just
Christian,
said
do you mean
prayer, worship, reading, studying. Did you not hear all that?
yeah, but that doesn't mean anything because you can
What
pray
do you
and
mean it
worship
doesn't
and
mean?
not be a Christian.
That's what being a Christian is.
Do
Do you
Muslims
not
pray
know
and
that?
worship? Do Muslims pray and worship?
Sure.
Okay, are they Christians?
No, they would be. See, religions have similarities. See, he's almost like he's assuming that I'm just summarizing up a religion in this topic, in this discussion. I'm not summarizing it. I'm just giving some some traits to these belief systems. So the traits that I'm giving to one belief system will be identical to another belief system. So you're trying to argue that, or is the rebuttal supposed to be, well, how can you be one thing if another thing is doing that thing, but they're supposed to be two different things? Well, I didn't summarize or enumerate every single thing between being Christian or Muslim. Bottom line is, because again, this is deviating from the fact that you can't be an atheist and do true related theistic things. And there's gonna be a big a big knockout coming.
Yes.
Muslims and Christians have a lot of similar practices,
Sure they do, but they're not the same thing.
but
Muslims
they
are
have a lot of the.
religious.
So you would be a Christian or a Muslim depending on all of the tenets of each faith.
I think that you're neither, because religion is useless. That's my point.
Religion is
Whereas the
useless, but you
atheist problem,
well, so religion is useless, but you're using things of a religion or from a religion.
you have derived what religion is in the first place. When I say
I
religion,
have, but
religion is
somehow
just
you're not getting it or not listening.
okay. When you say to be a part of religion, you have to do things religious people do. That doesn't mean anything. When you say prayer, that doesn't mean anything because Muslims pray and they're not Christian. You can say they're religious, but then I said, oh, what about people who pray?
Christians pray, and it's true prayer. They're Christian. Muslims pray, and they are Muslim. But the reason why one is Muslim and one's Christian, because there's more things besides that. Again, the person is acting like I can summarize or name all the tenets of each religion. And again, this is taking the light off of this person trying to cover up the error that you can use something from something and not be that something and then call that something useless. That something is very useful because you're using from it. But you can't really be using from it truly, truly, because there are things that blend between the two. Like you'll have things that are, moral values that atheists will adopt or whatever that can be similar or identical or resemble to religion. But just doing the things that resemble it doesn't really make you a part of that true religion at all. And a lot of people that are in religions that carry certain titles to say that they're in that religion, they're not really truly in it either because they are doing a lot of the surface things, a lot of the things that are not really wholesome for that faith. But this person is just, criticizing religion and thinking, well, this is what religion is in a nutshell. I'm sizing it up. I can do that. I can do this, what they do, so therefore. But that's just total ignorance. See, this person is looking on the surface of things. There's a whole lot more to this conversation than what we're talking about concerning a lot of these beliefs that this person is ignorant to. Because this person is ignorant to it, this person thinks, well, I could just do that and I don't even gotta be in that religion. Yeah, you can do the things that you agree with, but there are a whole lot more things that you will not commit yourself to doing, and he's gonna expose himself to what he will not commit to doing to actually be officially in that religion, which requires that religion to exist for him to commit himself, which makes that religion useful.
Pray that are atheists, and you say those people don't exist. And then I said, okay, so what about people when they say, oh, pray to God to be straight? Then you're like, oh yeah, but they're not actually praying to God. So I don't know. I don't think God exists, so I don't think you're actually praying to God either. So it all cancels out. No one's actually praying to God. You're all just making sounds with their mouths.
Okay, that's what you got. No evidence for that. You think, yeah.
Okay, that's why I think religion is useless. I'm sure if God was real, right? Then there are things that Christians could do that atheists couldn't do, right? Like go to heaven would be one of them. That is an actual. If God was real, going to heaven would be an actual thing. That is an actual thing Christians could do that atheists couldn't do. I don't think God is real, so I think it's useless.
Do you do anything, absolutely anything put it this way: are you willing to do everything that's what a Christian does? Like if you would go to a church building, would you be doing
I do.
everything that they do?
I probably do more Christian things than a lot of Christians have done.
But I said,
Well,
would you do
stop.
everything that they do in that church assembly?
And what do you think Christians do?
See, that should be a yes or no. See, if you could do everything that they do, okay, then I guess that would make it you. But it's not useless because you have a lot of pause and hesitation. So that faith is legitimate and is a true manifestation in the world. It is solid. It is a bona fide practice that you have to commit to and have to conform to. So it has some use because it's the only thing that makes a difference in your stance right now and conversion to it. Just say yes or no. Would you do everything according to their tenets, everything that goes on in accordance with that religion? Would you do it?
No, there are a lot of crazy things.
Okay, so you. There you go. No, but what has been this whole discussion? This is well, he's already refuted himself several times. We're at the 14-minute mark or so, but he just originally said there are things that people in these religions can do. They're doing things that atheists could do. Atheists could do them, so therefore, why do you need religion? But then you just say, well, no, I wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it, so therefore, you need to be in that religion. So that religion is useful. In order, that religion is useful in order for you to do all of those things. So it is useful.
I wouldn't do it doesn't mean other atheists wouldn't do it. I was thinking of slavery. That was a thing that was condoned by Christianity for a long time. There are a lot of atheists who own slaves. I am an atheist. I wouldn't own a slave. There are other atheists who would own slaves. They would do things that Christians would do.
Well, there are a lot of atheists that are probably like you, so they wouldn't do it either.
There are.
So therefore,
Sure.
the religion is still useful because there are things that you will not do, and you need to be in that religion in order to do them. But you won't commit to that religion, so therefore that religion is still useful.
Would you jump in a volcano?
I don't know.
Would you?
I don't know. This person is just talking out of their head. They're not bringing forth any, again, no substance, not bringing forth any true tenets of any religion of any kind. They're just speaking from a secular standpoint and sizing up morals compared to a religion compared to himself. I'm talking about going to an actual church worship service, a genuine service, and having a genuine commitment and participation in religious ceremonial service. He's talking about all this off the wall stuff of would you do this, would you do that? I mean, bringing up things that does that what he just said even sound anything close to spiritual or of a faith? Talking about volcanoes and all this other stuff. He's not seriously talking about religion at all. He's not serious. He all he's doing is just comparing his moral system to what he perceives the moral system in religion and saying, okay, well it's the same, so why do you need religion? No, you think it's the same. What you see, you think is the same, but you don't know. You don't know.
Would you?
I don't know.
You don't know if you could jump in a volcano?
You didn't ask me what I could. Did you actually say could or would I?
Could you jump in a volcano?
Could I jump in a volcano? You know what? I don't know. Maybe I could. Maybe I couldn't.
Oh, I think you could. Just like I could jump in a volcano, but I wouldn't jump in a volcano. There are a lot of things that Christians do that I would not do. None of them are things
He don't even know all of what the religion requires you to do to even make a statement, an absolute statement. Again, he's just judging from his own self, saying, well, I would do this, I would not do that. There are things they would do, I would not do. Things like what? Things that are in compliance to that faith. So therefore, that faith is not useless, because something that is useless, meaning you are able to accomplish the same goal as if you wouldn't have that thing at all that other people may use to help them accomplish the goal. He's not, this person that I'm speaking with is not establishing that you could do the same things, because otherwise he would say, yeah, I would be able to do all of it without even joining that faith. He hasn't even said he'll be able to do everything required of him in compliance to that faith. Again, I'm talking to an atheist. What do they know?
I could not do.
Why do you think that these people are atheists in the first place? They shut themselves off from learning any further and just become dismissive and doubt a lot of things.
You understand that?
Well, I don't know what volcanoes got to do with the Christian faith. Where do you read that in
It's really
scripture about
important
jumping in
because
volcanoes?
you said it wasn't. It's not about the volcanoes. You said there are things that Christians would do that I wouldn't do.
Yeah, in accordance to their faith. In accordance to their faith. You got to keep that in mind.
I could not. What?
In accordance to their faith. You got to keep that in mind. Lift up thy voice as a trumpet. Lift up thy voice as a trumpet. In other words, you go to a church assembly one day and let's see if you do all the things that they are requiring you to do in accordance with that faith. And if you can do that as an atheist, you may have a point. But if you could, if you most likely you ignorant. He just said he could do it as a. I said go ahead and try it. He didn't try it. He just talking ignorant. Can't do it because you are an atheist. Your atheism will not allow you to do everything that is required in that religion. So therefore, that religion is still needed for you to do those things that you cannot do now. Boom! That's the mic drop. No, that's him hitting the. No, that's not him hitting the canvas. Hold on. Yes, they can be converted.
Yes. So an atheist could do everything a true Christian does.
No, they have to be converted. I said. It can no longer be an atheism. You have to renounce it.
What? You talking about? There's an action.
You have to renounce it.
Yeah. So until you do that action, what are you?
You're not in that religion. So there, you just name something that you can't do unless you're in that religion. Boom! Left hook, right hook, uppercut. You cannot give up atheism unless you're in that religion all the way.
Atheism is just a lack of belief in God.
You gotta. I don't care. You just gave it up. Give up that lack of a belief in order to be in that religion. So that religion is useful.
You believe in that religion?
You cut out. What'd you say?
Do you believe in that religion?
Are you asking a question?
I don't. It's this circle thing again. You're already assuming the religion to believe in the religion. It's that I think you presuppose it already.
You have to give up your lack of a belief, as you say, and I don't know what he's saying. See, it's like it's very simple. I'm gonna lay it right out here. You know, you can't get. You don't got no rebuttal to that. Which atheism that you say is, in order to join that religion.
What's that religion? Christianity?
That religion is a belief in God. Do you believe in God, sir?
I don't know.
Okay, so you got to give it up. religion. I'm not going to say religions across the board.
Okay, and then how would you say, if I were to say, I think all Christians are lying and they don't believe in God, then what?
Well, that's what you think.
That is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you guys believe in God. That's why I think religion is useless.
So he thinks religion is useless based on what he thinks that people in that believe in God or who call themselves believers in God aren't truly believing in God, so therefore it's useless. But that doesn't really. Well, it's. I think he admits this is all his opinion. So it's. I think I'm the only one on this conversation that's actually proving the point. You cannot be a theist unless you drop your atheism. So therefore, theism is useful. Well, do we have any? Do you have anything else to bring up? Because I think we're definitely hitting like a wall over and over again. Yeah, but he's just talking out of his head. He's not. I mean, I don't. That's why I say that's what you think. What can I do for your thoughts or your opinion? I can't argue that. I can only demonstrate and prove facts or tell you the truth. That's the point of these conversations anyway. Not talking about what you think or what you believe.
It's a pretty basic point. No, it's a very simple point. I don't believe in God. I don't think God exists. I think Christians are lying. So when they say they believe in God, I think they're lying. You don't need to be a Christian to believe in God. Or you don't need to be a Christian to lie.
So you gotta be a Christian to believe in God. Is that right?
I don't think anyone believes in a God.
Do you have to be a Christian to believe in the Christian God?
What?
Do you have to be a Christian to believe in the Christian God?
If you're defining to be a Christian to believe in a Christian God, then yes. That's how you define it.
Well, Christianity or being a Christian is not useless then, because you got to be that to believe in God. That's something that you can't do either.
I don't think Christians exist by that definition.
You don't believe in God. That's something you can't do. You got to be a Christian to believe in that God. So therefore, that Christian is being useful.
Anyone believes in God. To be a Christian would be to be a person that believes in God.
You don't believe in God. You don't believe. Can you believe in God right now for me?
No.
Can't do it.
No, I can't do
You
it.
can't do it. So what do you got to? What do you got to be to do it?
I don't think you can do it either.
What do you got to be to do it? Look how he deviated. That puts him right on the spot. We this whole time you holding this position, and again, I can't say too much because you're just talking about what you think. But see, you shouldn't have come on here with what you thought. If you would have came on here with some facts, it probably would have worked out a little bit better for him. But he's talking some stuff on I could do things. They do things that I could do. So what's the point of that religion? He just admitted right here that this is something that he can't do unless.
A liar.
What do you got to be to do it?
I just told you.
Do you got to be a Christian to do it?
If that's your definition of being a Christian.
Okay. There you go. He said if that's your definition. So in other words, if that's if that's the way you take at it, then that is correct. That is true. That pretty much uh he pretty much concedes right there. By that definition, he'll have to concede and say yes, religion is useful. So you just conceded, sir.
No, I didn't, because I just said that no one can do that.
See, not trying to be honest. You know, not trying to be honest. What's the proof that people are lying? What's your proof of that?
I've said people are lying. I believe everyone is lying. I don't.
Oh, okay, you believe it. Okay. Well, do you have anything further? Because I think you're on the end of your road.
What's the end of my road? What's your proof that you believe in God?
Oh, are we talking about? See? Now he puts it on me now. What's your proof that you believe in God? Not here to prove any beliefs. Why are you going to ask me to try to prove something you couldn't prove what you said? About proving God? I didn't know this was a topic. I thought the topic was religion is useless. And you just conceded that religion is not useless because you just named something. You just named something that you can't do. You said that everybody else. You said that you could do it as well as they could do it. So you don't gotta have that religion. But you just named something that you can't do that you gotta have that to do it. You don't see that, do you? You don't see that, do you?
I just told you. Do you want me to repeat it again? No one can believe in God. No one believes God exists.
Okay, that's your opinion. You don't have proof of that.
It is my opinion. That's why I posted on the challenge board.
Okay, so you're not really here to prove anything. You're just giving me your opinion. Okay.
That's why I posted on the challenge board. I'm sorry, you don't understand how this works?
Yeah. Well, what's the challenge about it? There's nothing. There's no challenge here. You're just giving your opinion. A challenge in a topic is somebody is supposed to have proof of something or have something that they're arguing that can't be refuted or can't be, or they believe that the topic that they're bringing, whatever stance they take, it can't be refuted or it can't be debunked. But you don't debunk an opinion. An opinion is just it's subjective. An opinion is no right or wrong. Facts and what's false, that's right and wrong. That's what debunking is. You're taking something that's supposed to be purported to be fact, and you're debunking it that it's actually false. But you don't do that with an opinion. I mean, I don't debunk your opinion on some food you like or a movie you like or a book that you like to read. No, no, no. But you did not prove. You actually just agreed with me that religion is not useless. Yeah, so even in this so-called opinion, he's actually he's actually uh it's actually he's after talking this out, he pretty much walked his opinion right around to my side.
What are you talking about?
Playing dumb. Yeah, I mean, are you really that slow, sir? Maybe it's really that slow. What am I talking about? You can't do something unless you're of that religion, which is believing in God.
No one do that thing that you are describing.
You keep saying that, but you haven't proven it, so there's no point in even saying it. Your opinion is worthless.
You haven't proven that you believe in God.
It's not about proving I believe in God. See, that's where you keep changing the topic.
It's not a bit. You say it makes perfect sense, God.
Is that the topic? To prove God exists? You didn't say that.
I didn't say to prove God exists.
So why you keep putting it on me to prove God?
I didn't say prove God exists. I said prove you believe in God.
Yeah, I think I twisted it up there. I might have been moving too fast, or either misspeaking, or sometimes everything is moving fast when you're speaking with somebody. But the bottom line is he's switching it in around. That's not the topic of proving a belief in God or because here's probably what's gonna happen once I start going there, but then that's what he's gonna try to say is, well, God don't even exist. The topic was, is religion is useless, and he just admitted that it's not.
You see, I don't have anything.
So prove I believe in God. Okay. I would be able to prove I believe in God pretty much by my actions or my works. So you would have to.
I think you're
You would.
lying when you say the words. So
I said you would have to. You would see the proof by seeing my action or my works, not by what I say.
you're lying by your actions.
Okay, and you have no proof of that.
I do. I think if you actually believed in a hell, you would probably immediately kill people. Like not being mean. That would probably be what most people do. You would never talk to anyone. No Christian would ever have a pig because they would be worried that something would happen. If you thought eternal torture existed, you would either be the most perfect person to ever exist, every Christian, or
See, this is completely worthless. Like, what do I care about what you think for? Like, what you think, it has nothing to do with what's actually factual or right. So, what value am I supposed to get out of that? The only value I get is out of the truth. I mean, I'm learning quite a bit from this individual. Talk about hearing each other's opinions. You definitely, you know, but I'm not learning anything that changes the stance of or the fact that religion is useful.
don't believe in God, you would lie and just say it to make yourself feel better, and you would cheat, and you would steal, and you would do all the other bad things that other people do, like own people as slaves, torture, stepdads.
Okay, well, I hear your thoughts. Yeah. You have any more thoughts?
What are you talking about?
Person don't even know when they're giving when he's giving his opinion. I just told him. I said, these are your thoughts. I mean, are you gonna keep rambling on about your opinion, or are you gonna, or are you done? When are you gonna be done? You finished with your opinion yet? You want to keep rambling on about it? I said, I hear your thoughts. Do you have any more thoughts? Did you hear it that time?
I heard what you said. I asked what you're talking about.
Yeah, this person acting real slow. This person don't got nothing else to say. That's why they. That's why he's
There's
quiet.
nothing. Okay. Well,
Okay, well, I appreciate your conceding on the point. Yeah, uh he asked me about proving my beliefs, and I said you'll be able to prove them by seeing my actions. Maybe I didn't make that loud enough or clear enough. You see my actions and works, and he thought he had something by saying, "Well, your actions are you speaking." No, I want to make that clear. You got to see the works. Not just hear. You got to see the works.